Guys, of course, we're on the Super Bowl last night, but if you're like me, you watch it for the other competition, the commercials. So we're talking about the good, the bad, all of those ads this morning. And to help us break it all down, I have Olivia Orth here. She's from Priority Marketing in Fort Myers. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bright and early on a Monday morning. Okay, so let's start with the good here. This was my personal favorite, actually. It was the Game of Thrones Bud Light commercial. It's kind of a little crossover of the two. And in case anyone at home missed it, here's a little clip. All right, Olivia, so you were just telling me you're not a Game of Thrones fan, but your husband is. So what was his reaction when he saw this one? I'm sure fans everywhere loved it.
He was really excited to see the teaser, and he's also a big fan of the Dilly Dilly campaign. He thinks it's really funny.
Okay.
So there was a lot of speculation about whether they would use the Dilly Dilly in this year's Super Bowl, and of course they did, but with a huge twist. And I think it was really smart to combine it with Game of Thrones because, of course, they're both after the same target audience.
Yeah, so in your expert opinion, the crossover, it was definitely a great thing then, right?
Yes, and it's going to create a ton of buzz. I mean, people are going to be talking about whether Dilly Dilly is dead. They're going to be talking about Game of Thrones.
That's exactly what we talked about here this morning, actually. And you and I had a chance to talk. Another great one that the both of us really loved was the Microsoft commercial. They kind of skipped the entertainment aspect and went for more of like a uplifting and inspiring film. I have a little clip of that too.
It's his way of interacting with his friends when he can't physically otherwise do it.
What I like about the adaptive controller is now everyone can play. You can just say, all right, that's that button, that's that button, that's that button. Perfect.
One of the biggest fears early on is, how will Owen be viewed by the other kids?
He's not different when he plays.
Okay, so I'm no expert here, Olivia, but I feel like when you go for something emotional and uplifting, it's not always the easiest, but it looks like they really pulled it off.
It was very well done. They took a storytelling approach, as several brands did, and they did it really well. It was as if Microsoft gave this family a hug, and we all felt it.
Oh, absolutely, and I am sure this is probably another one, social media, people at work, they're going to be talking about, and I mean, these things take a lot of planning and a lot of time. And you would know more about that as well.
Yeah, I was texting with my creative director during the Super Bowl, and this was our favorite by far.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I think it's the authenticity, it's the storytelling approach. It's about inclusivity, which is a big theme in this year's Super Bowl commercials, but they just did it the best because it's so relatable and it features real people that we can all understand and care about.
Well, thank you so much, Olivia, for joining us this morning. And she's not going anywhere, actually, because those were two of the really great ones. But there were some that some people online say it kind of fell a little flat, maybe it was a little creepy. So she's going to stick around, and we're going to dig deeper into that. That's all coming up.